Still at the Desi December Festival Ground at Ilupiri, Lagos, Nigeria, where Chaos in the Ring 2 is coming to you all across the world. You can see what we are seeing here. It's absolutely massive, and of course it's really all about Nigeria and African boxing, and these boxers are delivering on the stage that is actually the biggest for now. Still with me at the commentary end, of course, the legend himself, Adam Smith. Adam, absolutely cracking bouts. We've seen 3 and they've all been crackers.
They have, absolutely terrific, loving it. It's a wonderful night here in Lagos. I was just thinking the Rumble in the Jungle, what, half a century ago, and just in the last 2 or 3 years, it's reignited, hasn't it, as a continent, Africa. And you can see the young talent, and that's what's been on display tonight. As Darren said, all 6 he'd see again. 1 or 2 really starry performances, but all good fights, great matchmaking. And I know we're sort of here, certainly from the DAZN point of view, to see the big guys, to see how Tony Yoka can become part of the heavyweight division, you know, increase in 26 and 27, how Lawrence Okoli can close in on a world title shot, former cruiserweight champion, of course. But just to see the talent and the dedication and the will to win of some of these fighters tonight has been absolutely wonderful to see. It's been just brilliant being here.
Absolutely, and this is only just building up. We talked about it as well. If the first bout of the night was what we saw, it was going to be difficult, and I think that the other bouts afterwards have really tried to live up to that, and I think they also possibly matched it in a way.
Yeah, I thought, I mean, Raheem's performance was absolutely stunning. You know, the second fight, it was good. It wasn't quite as hot as the first, but the third fight, as a competitive 6-round watch, I mean, the fans just absolutely loved it, didn't they? They were so noisy. They were passionate. That's that word that keeps coming back to Darren and I, the passion here in Africa. You guys just want it, and it's fantastic to see. And I think we've seen Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn, and the guys, the promoters in the UK, go, especially Eddie, go global, go to America, go to Australia, Mexico. Africa's the place now, I think, that we've really got to tap into.
Yeah, definitely got to tap into it. DAZN and Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn, you know, all the major boxing promoters, you need to come to Nigeria and Africa and collaborate with the promoters here. We're going to go straight back to Ade Oladipo, who's back with Darren Barker. A beautiful view of Lagos Island right there. Absolutely breathtaking.
What an amazing shot that is. Lagos in December, one of the best countries, best cities in the world by far. It's a hub and a hive of activity. It's been music, it's been entertainment, it's now big time boxing as well. And it's been 3 really interesting fights. The last one, let me bring Darren Barker back in. I honestly thought that, you know, the last fight could have gone either way. I think a draw is unlucky.
Yeah, Shagbachan for me should have got the knock.
Maybe should have nicked that.
I think so. It was a brilliant fight, that it really was, and I think we'll be very lucky because we'll get that again. I think it has to happen. The rematch is the obvious thing, but again, the entertainment we've seen here, it's a great advert for boxing here. I've enjoyed every second of it, and I said that they're the 6 fighters that we've seen already. I'd love to see every single one of them back.
Yeah, it's been an incredible night of boxing so far. We now move into our chief support, Tony Yoka, who I read out his accolades earlier in the night. Olympic gold medalist, world championship gold medalist, European bronze medalist. Has stumbled as a pro somewhat, but now with Don Charles, one of the best trainers in the business. And we're starting to slowly but surely see him come back to that, almost that want that everyone wanted nearly a decade ago.
Absolutely. Look, I think, again, to start with Don Charles, he's a man that knows how to train heavyweights. Yeah. So a perfect fit straight away. Tony Yoka's got all the ability, and most importantly now, he's on the correct track mentally. He's in a good place, and that spells trouble for the rest of the heavyweights out there. He's a very good fighter, big puncher, the very tough Dave Allen, the White Rhino, who we know well in the UK, fought him, went to Paris and said it was the hardest beating he's ever taken. Said he was, you know, such an animal, punched so hard. So it's good to see him back, on winning ways, free on the spin. It's about impressing now, getting the job done. Korte, he can be tough, but he's there to be beaten. I think it's about Yoka impressing and moving on to something big.
All right, let's see how this one plays out. It has been 3 fantastic fights so far. I think that will continue throughout the night. It is Tony Yoka versus Patrick Korte. Let's throw it back downstairs to your MCs first, but your commentators, Adam Smith alongside Nuron Adesanya.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Dirty December Fest. Chaos in the Ring, brought to you by the Balmoral Promotion, Amir Khan Promotion, and Queensbury Promotion, powered by Bet Ninja. It is time for our next fight. It is in the heavyweight division. Making his way to the ring, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Patrick, Big Patrick Korte. And his opponent, making his way to the ring, Tony Yoka.
We can find him.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like we said,
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 10-round fight in the heavyweight division. Lagos, are you ready? Fighting from the blue corner, he is a heavyweight fighter with 23 bouts, 23 wins, 9 by way of knockout, 5 losses and 1 draw. All the way from Nordrhein-Westfalen, Germany. Make some noise for Patrick, Big Patrick Korte. And his opponent, with the legendary trainer Don Charles in his corner, he is an Olympian. As a matter of fact, he is the 2016 Olympic gold medalist from the Rio Games with 17 fights, 14 wins, 11 by way of knockout, 3 losses and 0 draws. From Paris, France, Tony Yoka.
Good evening, gentlemen. Keep the fight playing at all rounds. Listen to my commands at all times and protect yourself at all times. Good luck. Touch gloves.
Every night, such a vital one for Tony Yoka at this stage in his career. It seems a long time ago when he won that Olympic gold medal, and he's had a mixed professional career. Talent hasn't quite lived up to expectation, but he's settled now with Don Charles. Fight number 18 for the huge man from Paris, in with Patrick Korte. And it's number 30 as a professional for Korte, who's had a win since we saw him losing a couple to Nelson Heiser on the Portman Road Bill, where Fabio Wardley found the punch from the gods to dispatch Justice Hooney. And Patrick Korte was taken out fairly early. Yoka can punch, 11 knockouts on the record, but so can Korte, Darren.
He can. Look, he's physically very strong, as you can see. Lots to creep forward on the front foot, but that becomes his downfall. He walks onto shots, and someone with the accuracy, the speed of Yoka, he could be in a bit of trouble. You've seen already near on the jab of Yoka is very impressive.
that's what Yoka's going to have to do. You know that the way Patrick Korte is fighting, he's somebody who likes to fight, you know, rough, fight on the inside. It's more like, oh, that's a fantastic, another one again, but really catches the gloves of his opponent. Like you said, oh, he walked into that uppercut there, but he's strong.
Yep.
It's going to take a lot of those to actually send him to the canvas.
Perfect shot, though, for Yoka, the advancing Korte, and that's what he likes. He just loves a rumble. Right hand round the top of the head. His legs don't quite look as good as they once were. Patrick Korte just trying to grip the canvas. There's always spirit and will, and he's really taking the fight to Yoka. He knows no other way, and I think if Yoka just is careful here and gets behind that big jab that gave him so much success as an amateur, that he can come through this. He needs to, because 2026 is a key year.
Yeah, it has to be for him. And he's picking the right shots though. Korte coming forward, he's crouching down, so he's landed a couple of good uppercuts. That's a shot that he can continue to throw. He's looking for the right hook as well, but the jab is setting up everything as it does again there.
And there's already damage on the Korte nose, the bridge of it, which has been busted up on several occasions. As we said, stopped 5 times, but within 19 knockouts, not many Patrick Korte fights go the distance.
Either for him or the other way around. But anyways, so far so good. It's the way he fights. Look at that lovely uppercut there. And
and it's just bundled down to the
he's
floor.
down.
That was a right uppercut.
I think that might be the
Beautiful
end of it.
Wonderful shot, and then he was just sort of tipped over at the end of it. The towels come in,
towels
and
come in.
Tony Yoka wins in 1. It was an uppercut that did the damage,
Absolutely.
and then it was a delayed reaction. Korte didn't really know where he was.
Of African origin, but also fights out of France as well. And I must say that he's impressed me really. I've not seen too many of the rounds, so of course we were only able to see 1, but eventually Tony Yoka's delivering a very, you said it was easy. I don't think it was easy. He set it up very well for himself, and you know that Korte's corner were chilling. They were trying to see whether he was going to be able to get back up, but when they saw the look in his eyes, they knew that they had to throw in the towel.
It was that delayed reaction. You mentioned Carlos Takam, what a warrior he was, but Yoka's got more skills. If you just look at the way Korte comes in, there's the right uppercut, and then he just gets also a little shoved down. And I mean, the punch had done the damage, I think, but
I don't think I would call that a shove down. Watch it again. I think Yoka was even trying to hold him up. Not intentionally though, you see?
that was the shot.
I don't think it was
he
a
did
shot.
Get
He
bundled down.
was going to go down.
That's what I thought first of all when it was live, but to be honest, he wasn't getting up.
Okay, do you know what? Sorry, I said it in one of the previous fights. If you're young or you're an up-and-coming boxer and you want to see how to throw an uppercut, here's another example. He's not telegraphed it. He's not pulled it right back. There's no shows, but the accuracy was absolutely on point. And look at the damage that has done.
It was a strange one. You could have a right to complain, but Korte was pretty much finished. And to be honest, the writing was on the wall. Those uppercuts were going to land again and again.
Absolutely. He wasn't protecting himself, so we knew that was going to happen. Anyways, I think the official decision is a slam dunk one. We all know what it is. And so we're going to go straight. We will still go straight because it's the procedure in boxing. We go to the ring announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after just 1 minute and 57 seconds of the first round, your winner by knockout, Tony Yoka! Now, Tony, that was an amazing performance. I have to ask you, you barely walked out with sweat. Do you feel you needed to have a few more rounds?
First of all, Lagos, are you entertained? Did you like it? I'm really happy to be here. It's my first time fighting in Africa, so I'm really thankful for the opportunity and thankful to the Nigerian people.
All right, now, Tony, we are seeing that we have so much excitement in the heavyweight division. I need to know, do you have any opponents you want to fight next? Anyone in the division you're calling out right now?
You know, as I said, I always say yes to any fight, and I feel like right now I'm ready. I'm ready to step up. That's why I signed with Queensberry, because I know they're going to give me the fight that's going to lead me into a world title chance. So I've been calling on everybody, you know. I called out Joshua last summer. I accepted a fight against Caballel, and now it's been few weeks, even few months. I'm calling out Joe Joyce, you know. I told him, he said that he won the fight at the Olympic Games. Let's make the remake.
Right. There you have it. Tony Yoka, thank you so much, and congratulations once again on your victory.
Thank you very much, Nigeria. Thank you, Lagos. I love you all.
Now over to our commentary team.
Brilliant stuff there. Of course, the Nigerian fans love it when the boxer or whoever it is, you know, enjoys what they've gotten at him. And you could see the way they responded to him. He was absolutely excited. to be here in Africa.
Yeah, I was just looking up at Tony going over and giving some respect there to Patrick Korte. Great to see at the end of these fights. But yeah, that was